The films The Collector and The Collection are two of the terrifying reasons over 100,000 people will tiptoe through the Fright Dome this month.
You can save them.
Is it wrong that I'm already scared? Patrick Melton and Marcus Dunstan made the movies that inspired these haunted houses. They join us live in studio this morning on 8 News Now to make your morning horrifying. Here they are. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello, Brian. How are you?
Good morning, Brian.
Let's address something. Some 20 years ago, we attended the University of Iowa together.
We did.
Yes.
And just to start off, before we get to your talented filmmaking career, let's all just take a look at yesteryear and some embarrassing moments.
Oh.
We all decided to go to Halloween as Kiss. Yes, there's me on the far left.
Yeah.
And Patrick, that's you on the lower right. You look confused.
No. That was like, I'm in character right there, you know?
You're in character. Marcus, thank God you did
Why
not
the shoulder
participate.
pad?
This is actually their first monster movie right there. And also, there's our Animal House imitation. Marcus, you have the same hair, but added a beard.
Yes, I did. Look at that mullet. That's awesome.
Patrick, you look so focused.
No, that was just bringing it that day. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Clearly, at least career-wise, I don't know about me, but you two have moved on to bigger and better things. Now, let's get right into the career. Now, the movies. Right. You're known to make movies that are not formulaic. They kind of avoid the rules of the genre. Why is that so important?
I think, well, it's because we've seen a lot of movies, you know, as young people, and so like the first one we did was called Feast. I don't know, not a lot of people saw it necessarily, but we tried to go against convention, and then continuing that with the horror movies like The Collector and The Collection, because we've seen a lot of horror movies. So it's like certain moments we're trying to
instability is the key.
You want to kind of surprise people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let them know that they're not going to see something they've seen before.
Well, like here, we have this clip where you think you're at a great party and things are going real well, and then well, what? Someone closed the doors.
Who brought the psycho?
Why is that? See, the harvester thing? That's a throwback to Iowa, right? Remember, you'd be driving from Chicago to Iowa City.
So you're actually using the cornfields in Iowa.
No, there was a moment where we were on set, and there's a guy who's got to build this stuff, right? And he was this big Australian guy, and
David Fletcher,
and he didn't understand what you're trying to do with this. And Mark's like, well, we went to school, and there's like, those harvesters, and right where he's like, oh yeah, I got that. So and he built it, that thing was real.
This is what I mean. You take this from the page and put it on the screen. This whole process of writing something horrifying. The first Collector, you have a thief breaking into the home of a serial killer. Basically a bad guy meeting a much worse guy.
Yeah.
How do you know when you're writing it that it's terrifying?
Well, The Collector was all based on the idea of having no safe place if a nightmare is intent on finding you. And what was so great about Fright Dome was, years ago, this was an idea. We committed it to paper.
You are a gorgeous man, by the way.
Thank you.
Just look, Kirsten Joyce asked if you had a facial. She was complimenting your skin.
She said you were glowing.
I don't want to ignore it because there's aspiring filmmakers out there. Let's go back almost a decade when Matt Damon and Ben Affleck chose your script over thousands of other movies to win Project Greenlight Season 3. This got you in the room. What's your advice to stay there?
Well, that was the key, is to have that perspective, actually, to not feel any element of entitlement to that spot, because it is a constant rotating game of everybody vying for the attention of a movie screen and a potential customer, a viewer of these stories. So if the mindset is we are guests at a very nice table, we fight and we fight. We bring that can-do Iowa attitude to every effort.
That good Midwestern work ethic. You don't vacation, do you? Just keep going, keep going.
Well, this is our vacation. We're here. Oh, look, there's Wes Craven, our old pal. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the
he cited his worst, Ben Affleck, worst decision, Gilly, and then picking us as the winners of Project Greenlight.
Real quick, the Fright Dome. Did they get it right? I've heard some of the actors from the actual Collector movies are too scared to go through the Fright Dome.
That was true. Well, of all the emotions we intended.
Beer helped.
Yes. Everything we hoped to feel and wanted to feel walking through that. The one that took us by surprise was nostalgia, in that we walked through and they had rebuilt the home from the first movie to a T. And apart from almost getting choked, I was also choked up.
And it all came from your minds, and you guys are really nice guys, but you can write this horrifying stuff.
It's how we work our way into your life. We look, you let it in our house, let's stay the night, and the next thing you know, you're tied up.
I see some people that are watching the clips in the background here, Adrian, that are scared even with the clips. Real quick, I was Herky the Hawkeye. Did you guys both do Herky the Hawkeye?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 3 Herky the Hawkeyes some 20 years ago traversing the 1990s football games at University of Iowa.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thanks for being here. It's good to see you again.
All right.
It's been a while since the days of frozen pizza and cheap beer.
Well, and hopefully, we brought a clip, and we may not be able to show it yet, but maybe in a few minutes, perhaps.
What?
Brian Loftus.
That is me acting.
Oh my Lanta! Would you look? There he goes,
That is
kids.
me.
He is playing a damsel in distress.
Okay, I am genuinely surprised. That is me in one of their student films.
Look,
My goodness, I was thin. Can we show that again?
The talent
Drop
was-
my traffic kid.
The talent was obvious from day one, right?
Wow!
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
It's